Welcome, my Libras, to your 2024 year ahead reading. I am so excited to do this for you. Before we get started, a few things. If you hear any jingles, slurps, moving around, barks, those are my two wiener dogs. Second, I'd like to give credit to the tarot lady for the new year forecast spread that I am using for this forecast. We are going to look at the summary of the year gone by, 2023. Your career outlook, finances, love, family and friends outlook, spirituality, and then go through the 4 quarters. January through March, quarter 1. April through June, quarter 2. July through September, quarter 3. And October through December, quarter 4. Then we'll look at the biggest challenge or obstacle you'll face in 2024, how best to tackle that, and an overview for the year ahead. We are also going to look at some oracle or use oracle to look at your soul path, your soul guidance up ahead for 2024, self-care, and the messages from your animal spirits, archangels, and Archangel Michael. Also, if you're interested in being entered in my monthly December giveaway or drawing for a 60-minute complimentary personal reading that includes tarot and oracle, it's going to be via video, Zoom. Comment down below with your favorite animal. I will include you in this drawing, and I will notify or let everyone know about the winner in early January through a weekly energy forecast video and a community post. If you're not interested, you can disregard what I said. So let's get started. What messages does the universe have for my Libras, please, for 2024? What do they need to know? Okay, let me move this deck. We're gonna look, I'm pulling cards now for the tarot spread. Okie dokes. Your first card, let's take a look at the year that has gone by, and it's wrapping up. More than likely, as you're seeing this in 2023, we are almost done. We have Judgment, Libra energy. I also want to tell you all before I continue, I did your reading 2 days ago, more than 2 hours. It went corrupt. I was uploading it yesterday and it went corrupt. The file was lost, it wouldn't save. I had to delete it. It was horrific. So for whatever reason, you weren't meant to hear the message, and there's something else, so there's a reason why. 2023, talk about things falling into place. I feel like this is an energy of what you're putting in, you may be seeing and receiving, but I also feel like you're taking a closer introspective look, spiritually, also analytically, logically, because this is one of spiritual growth, of ascension, but also literally judging, taking a look at what's around you and asking yourself, is this helping me grow in the direction that I want to? Is this helping me with the goals that I want to accomplish? Are these people, is this situation, are my patterns, or the patterns that I believe in and use and adopt in my everyday life, are they helping me go forward? Because there's an energy here of scrutinizing. That's the word I wanted to use. There's an energy here of looking at every part of your life, because things are being illuminated in different ways. You can call them good or bad, whichever way, but things are popping up, and things have popped up in 2023 to allow you to look at these things at a closer level and ask yourself, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't see this before. I feel like there has been this energy of taking a look at anything that has, you could say, been off kilter. You know, when you look at a bookshelf and you see a book is out of place, and it has nothing to do with that, it's just the energy. That's what I feel like in 2023 Libras have experienced. Complete reassessment of every area of their life. It's almost like you're looking up, you're looking down from a mountain, and you're seeing things from a different angle. Because I sense a lot of challenges here, a lot of things you may not have seen going into 2023 that were illuminated to you through a variety of circumstances, like I said, good and bad. And you're realizing a lot of things about people, situations you were in, also belief patterns, beliefs and systems, and also the way you lived that you don't want to continue. I feel like many of you want more. What you received or what you experienced in 2023, you're like, what? That's it? And it has nothing to do with being grateful. It's just that I feel like some Libras, how do I explain this? I feel like certain situations or people, dynamics, relationships, things popped up to show you you deserve better. And it was all tapping into that underlying root of value, of worth. Because some things you may not have seen at that moment, that you were engaging with people, with energies, with situations, essentially where you put your time and energy, you were engaging in things where you didn't receive the value back. You didn't receive the respect. It's not like when you buy a pair of shoes and you're expecting the value to be good and for the shoes to last. Similar energy, but not exactly the same. It's understanding that what you were putting so much attention towards, you're seeing that there were holes there. So perhaps people or situations or what you were doing or what you were a part of wasn't what you thought it was. So 2023, it's like lifting up the rug and you're like, shit, there's dust balls. Or, you know, when you go to a beach or a park or somewhere like a forest and you lift the rock up and you'll find a lot of little creatures living under there. It's finding things that were hidden before and seeing things for how they are. Because look at this shitload of illumination. I'm getting Terminator. Is there a Terminator that's called Judgment or Judgment Day? I don't know why that energy is coming up, but it's seeing things for how they are, and I feel like that's provoked shitload of changes that you've enacted and that you want to take into 2024. I feel like 2023 was getting just a lot of like mix up. It's like the universe was dropping stuff to see how you'd respond and to see, okay, did you learn this? Because a lot of it's centered around valuing yourself. Because I'm getting a lot of connections and energies and just, I'm hearing time wasters, wasting time. So you may have dealt with people or situations that were flaky and consistent. They fell through, they fell apart, there was no follow through. There's something about things just ending short before you could see it through. And I feel like this is the universe. It's like a vacuum cleaner. The sun expunges and also obliterates. Imagine heat, it sizzles. You know, when it gets too hot, it dries something up. I remember I left a cassette player, or a cassette, I should say, not the player, in a car once when I was young. I was like 11, and I left the cassette on the dashboard, and it melted. So the heat can transform. So there's something here too about things just ending before they got started, or things not happening in the way that you want. There's a lot being reflected. I feel a very spiritual energy here about a lot of challenges that have happened. And we have 10-10. Some of you may be seeing 10s or 10-10. But this is the end. Because Libra is the sign of judgment, right? When you think about Libra as the energy, it's an air sign. It's a cardinal or tropical sign. So it initiates a new season, fall equinox in the northern hemisphere. It really doesn't matter too in the southern hemisphere, spring, but it initiates this new season. And symbolically, it represents an opening of letting go, of dying, because we're entering the underworld. Think if you have any knowledge of Greek mythology, this connects to Persephone and Demeter. Persephone was the daughter of Demeter. Demeter was a goddess. And her daughter, one day she was looking for her daughter, Persephone, and she was out in the fields looking at flowers, and a farmer let her know, you know, because she couldn't find her, that she was taken by Hades, or Pluto as we know him in astrology and Roman mythology, the god of the underworld. The grounds opened, he came up, I believe it was with his horses and chariot, and kidnapped her, abducted her, and took her to the underworld. That's why we have fall season, because the mother, Demeter, is so upset and crying over her daughter. And an agreement was eventually formed where during the winter and fall months, she would be down in the underworld where we see death and decaying happen up on earth. And in the spring and summertime, she's with her mom, hence the blooming and all the light. So the judgment happens when we go into the underworld too during this time. We head into the season of darkness with Libra. So I wanted to say that to give you guys some type of the symbolic energy around this, because the gates are opening here. And this is an energy of scrutinizing things, of, okay, not only what did I do, but what am I learning? What was shown to me in 2023? Because some of these challenges that I'm sensing Librans experience, it was showing you something higher, something deeper, something that the universe was like, we want to get rid of this. We want you to learn from this and see this in a different way. It's like clearing out energy. But I feel like as a result, many Librans have learned a shit ton about themselves and about what they won't put up with anymore. And I feel strongly you're going to receive massive blessings in 2024. Things are going to look better. It's been hard. I've been getting strong. I'll say with the original reading I did for Libras and also Leos, both the videos went corrupt. And both readings were quite heavy than the other readings I've done. So you guys have been going through a shit ton. Can we get any other information for my Libras, please, on 2023? Thank you. Two of Cups, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For many of you, 2023, one of the main themes, it had to do with relationships, all kinds. I feel like many of you had relationships fall apart. They ended. They didn't go the way you want. Again, not everyone. Please take it as it resonates. If this didn't occur to you, I feel like there were further maybe challenges or maybe circumstances that happened to strengthen those bonds. But for many, this had to do with learning things about how you relate to people, how you relate to others, patterns to be healed, self-limiting beliefs and wounds, especially if you saw them being repeated over and over again. I feel like there was, you could consider it like a day of reckoning, but I feel like there has come a time, and already, the past tense, it has already come with many Libras, where you're like, shit, you got it. You know why things have happened the way they have. And you're realizing it. And a lot of it has to do with your value, with valuing yourself enough to say no to people, to say no to certain things and situations and patterns from repeating. I also feel like this strengthened many Libras' love for self, realizing what they have to offer, and that you have to offer so much more than what you've given in the past to some situations and people. Again, wherever you give your time and energy. 2023 was really, both of these cards indicate some type of balancing. It's like balancing karmic situations, relationships, lessons, and challenges. Making sure you don't dive into someone else's shit and drown with it, and you maintain your own sense of sovereignty. Ugh. I'm feeling like a weight here. Okay, let's take a look at your career outlook for 2024. We have the Page of Cups, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like there's going to be a greater emotional fulfillment and abundance for you all in career, work, and jobs. There's going to be multiple opportunities coming your way. I feel like it has to be emotionally, everyone's getting something about emotional connection. I swear, what's happened in the last few years, especially in 2023, for many energies that I've done readings for already, private and even these collective 2024 year aheads, if you don't feel it, if you're not feeling it, if it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't spark some type of joy, many folks are like, no. And that's what I'm getting for Libras in career. The opportunities and the blessings that are coming to you, because there's an amplification and opening here with your career, work, jobs, that I feel like you have to connect with. For folks that are looking for a job, I feel like there's going to be quite a few opportunities coming, and I feel like it's going to come through people you know, through friends, networks, communities, group. It's almost like a multiplying effect. You let a group know, and it's like they go out and scatter, and they come back and give you news. It's that type of energy where people are going to help you in that way. But I also feel like there's a fruitful response here with you're putting in time and investment and work into looking for something that you feel good in, that you emotionally connect. So perhaps looking at the mission or values of an organization that you're applying to is going to be key to landing you the job that you are interested in. For folks that are interested in working for themselves, again, I feel like you're being picky and choosy with who you work with and what you accept, like sponsorships, projects, collaborations, things like that. There has to be a connection. It has to feel good. If it doesn't, you're not going to do it. And that's going to open up to more opportunities. For those of you wanting to accelerate in your career, like promotion-wise, you're working for someone or an organization and you want to go up or at least make progress, it's going to happen. But I feel like, again, there's a strong emotional connection here. it has to feel good. I feel like you're going to start, it's going to be like a small opening, almost like testing the waters to see how you like it first. So some of you may potentially shadow someone. You may take on a bit more responsibility, perhaps related to a pay increase, but not yet completely go up into another position. Or you may do something differently in your job, you know, with the responsibilities day in or day out, or with the portfolio or the duties that you have. That allows you to try something different to see first if that's something you want to potentially put all your eggs in, all the energy into, and say, yes, I'm ready for that increase or that promotion of sorts. But overall, I see, I'm getting multiplying. I see that energy for your career outlook, your job, your work outlook in 2024. I'm hearing that song from Grease when John Travolta sings on top of the cars. Maybe it's not that one. It's a song that just came through. Something multiplying and my fears are losing control. And the power you're supplying, there's something there. I also feel here with the Page of Cups that some of you are going to take control of the situation and put yourself out there too. There's an overall energy of making sure that it feels right for you. You're going to use your intuition to lead you to these opportunities, to say yes to what resonates and to apply to the jobs that you need to. Same thing for those of you not in the workforce. I feel like you want to connect and get involved in perhaps projects, services, or connecting with a community. Because sometimes for whatever reason, maybe you're retired, maybe you're just like, I'm out of the workforce, maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, whatever it is. I feel like you want to connect more. There's a community aspect and a service-oriented aspect where you want to share your skills, connect with like-minded people. And so that's going to be guiding you. This is a very heart, emotional centered energy here for your career. Anything else my Libras need to know about their career outlook for 2024? Thank you. We have the Star card. Aquarius energy. Many of you are being asked in 2024 with your career to dream big and to go after those dreams. And sometimes, how do I put it? You may not be able to enter that dream right away. It may be a series of steps, almost as if you're going to school preparing for that in a way. It doesn't mean you have to go back to school, but some of you, the different openings that are happening with your career and the blessings and the opportunities are going to lead to something bigger. So get clear for 2024 how you want your career to look like, what you envision that work, career, job, your professional life. Because I feel like the universe it's through people. They're going to help. There's something here with links with people that are going to help you accomplish and see this through. Okay, let's look at your finances now for 2024. We have 10 of Swords. This is, I feel like it's not going to continue. This energy is heavy, right? I feel like there's an ending coming. This is a mindset of fear, lack, scarcity, conflict as well. Some of you in 2024, you are going to master and get a hold of your financial situation. If any of you have been feeling anxious, scared about it, and in a practical way dealing with things, but coming from it from that perspective with those emotions, I feel like that's ending, especially with the 10. I keep saying 10-10. I feel like some of you are seeing 10-10. That's coming to an end. Some of you that have been working with others, maybe sharing resources or finances, I feel like that's coming to an end too, especially if it was conflictual. I'm not sensing that your finances are going to be like shit for the year ahead. This is mindset. Something is ending here. Let me clarify. Can Can we clarify the Ten of Swords, please, for my Libras? Any conflict you've had with others about money or finances, and within yourself, like management, that's changing. Thank you. I got the Fool card, Aries energy. You're taking action to remediate, to address any financial issues, especially mindset, consciousness, wealth, anything around that, anything where you feel a certain emotion around money or your finances, you're healing that. I feel like you're taking the step to do that. The Fool card is about taking that step forward, being brave enough, but also starting from a different place. So doing something new. So if some of you have kind of had this love-hate relationship with money, or maybe you haven't spent it well, or you weren't conscious of the way you spent it, because it's easy. It's like get coffees every day, right? And you're like, shit, I just blew $500 in a month on coffees. There's a greater intentionality coming in 2024 where you are saying, you know what? We're starting over again. And since Aries is ruled by Mars, you're putting in the energy in your financial sector. Here, this is the foundation where you're getting rid of these fears. You're looking deeper into them. Some of you may be starting some type of training or course, or coming together with people, maybe like a accountability group of sorts to sort your finances together. This could be connecting with bankers, banking people, tax people, bookkeepers, those types of people that deal with money, coach, financial, anyone that helps with finances. And I feel like you're going to approach this a new way because something that has happened in the past hasn't helped you. And this is about changing the mindset, changing that ground level, right? The foundation, so that you can prosper in the way that you want. I'm going to get another deck. Anything else we need to know about the finances for my Libras? The Fool card is optimistic because there's a start over with your finances here. Some of you have had, I'm just sensing, a love-hate relationship, or it's just been wrought with fear, with anxiety, disappointment, a lot of anxiety around this. Okay, thank you. We have Page of Swords. You're gaining knowledge. 2024, you are educating yourself. Many of you are going to educate yourself with your finances through course, learning about budget, learning about your spending plan, perhaps working again like a coach or a financial expert that's going to help you essentially get your financial shit together and create a more stable foundation. But this also has to do largely with mindset and releasing that. And for some of you, you're releasing any form of relationship or anything that wasn't helping you in the financial department. Some of you are parting ways with people, and that's coming to an end. If you've had difficulty with others, especially if it was shared resources, that's ending in 2024. There's something brand new that's coming with the Fool card and with the Page of Swords. You guys are learning a new way with dealing with your money. And I see it growing because Mars, Aries, is dedicated. You'll put in the time and the work, and it's going to shift. Final card, please. Anything else my Libras need to know with their finances? You guys are taking charge, taking control. Four of Discs. You're releasing this. This is Pentacle energy, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Any insecurities that you have, you're dropping them. There's a change coming here. A lot of this has to do with money consciousness, wealth consciousness. It's up here. And it's amazing because when you start shifting those gears up here, things in your material, physical reality are going to change. There's an up-leveling. I sense excitement, especially with the Fool card and the Page of Swords. You're going to make progress on this. Even though we don't see the cards, I feel the energy. Mindset is going to help you big time. So for any of you that have been struggling, seek out resources. Google, Get yourself some type of financial journal, budget planner, or any of that. Go on YouTube. There's a bunch of people that do that. Educate yourself. That's key here. In whatever way you have access to. Hiring someone, connecting to someone, looking at workshops and events. You're asked to do things in a different way and be creative about it and start from scratch. Some of you need to revisit that. Let's take a look at your love outlook for 2024. 7 of Coins, Pentacle energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is about working hard and steadily and putting in the work. So what you will get from your love is what you will put into it. So it's about investment too, to receive what it is you want. Some of you want love, but you're not doing anything about it or haven't done anything about it. And some of you have stepped away from it. I feel though this speaks to shared values and investing. Determine what your values are so that you can make sure that the people that you maybe are dating or that you're investing in or that you're with, that you are growing in the same way, because that's being highlighted here with the 7 of Coins. I feel like that's important, and that's an important element, safety, emotional security for you when it comes to love. It doesn't sound very passionate or fun or sexy, but that's the glue that keeps many relationships together, and also on values, because I feel like that is going to liven the relationship. It's going to, I'm hearing exponential. It's going to grow the relationship. Some of you may, I will say, some of you need to, depending on if you're in a relationship or not, if you have a partner, you may need to invest more time, both of you. There may be a conversation about that, because I feel like with the 7 of Coins, there may be an area in your life you're putting more attention to than the relationship, and it needs like a re-jump, a jump start, a reinvigoration. I mentioned already for singles that are looking for love, get clear on what you want and actually show up. If you're ready to date and you're saying I'm ready, but you're on your couch, do something differently, because there's something here about building together with someone, but also putting in that inertia, putting in that energy too, if this is what you desire. For those that are not looking for love, I feel like you're going to be focused on yourself and on your emotional and physical stability. This could be related to your financial security as well, and valuing yourself, building your self-worth, focusing on what makes you feel good, on what brings you confidence, rather than obviously bringing someone else into your life. It's a very practical energy. Many of you want safety. You want someone that you can feel safe with, but you also want to share values with. Anything else my Libras need to know for their 7 of Coins love outlook for 2024? 5 of Pentacles, more earth energy. Some of you need to release, how do I put it? You just need to release any, I have it in my head and I can't get it out. It has to do with your value of not feeling worthy. Oh my gosh, thank you. If you're not feeling worthy, capable enough, something to work on, because it's being reflected in the love life. This is for all folks. It doesn't matter in what stage. This is leveling up and making sure that what you're receiving in a relationship and what you're entertaining matches your values and your expectations. Some people call them standards, but have the minimum expectations you'd accept. If someone is not showing up the way you want, stop entertaining it. Don't even involve, just walk away. Communicate it and then walk away. I think this is important to know. We've got King of Swords at the bottom. Some of you need to work on your boundaries. Speaking up, not being afraid to tell people, I'm sorry, this isn't working out. I deserve this, and walking away. You don't even have to delineate. We have Hierophant. Many of you are looking for a committed long-term partner. You want to strengthen that. Perhaps marriage, some type of union, commitment. Some of you may find it among friends, friend groups. But it's important to clarify what you want and to know your worth. Determine your price tag. I don't mean number. What you're willing to put up with, because some of you may still be entertaining people that are not matching what you want. And that's where the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck comes in. Anything else my Libras need to know about their love life? It's about strengthening, first determining your worth, what you're willing and not willing to accept. Second is practicing that. That can be the hard part because oftentimes we violate our own boundaries. And this, okay, you got, crap. You've got a few more cards here. We got 3. We've got Strength card, number 8, Leo energy. We got the Lovers, 6, Gemini. We got 8 of Swords. I was gonna say waterfalls. Air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. There's something about equanimity here coming through. Some of you are being guided to express yourself more in relationships with others, in your love life, whether you're in partnership or you're not. And be truthful about it. Don't be afraid to express what you need and what you desire. Because I feel like some of you have it and you may expect people to almost like read your mind and to know that, and they don't. Because there's a general energy here of desiring connection, something stronger, committed. It's related to your values, coupled and uncoupled. But I feel like it's not being expressed. There's like a mismatch of energy here on both ends, the giver and the receiver. Be careful of trying to push something to work, of pushing something or making something work when it's not. Because you'll notice that when you experience more conflict with someone, when things just don't feel aligned and you keep trying, be careful of getting too stuck on something or someone or the idea that someone, something, or the relationship has to be this way, because that's where I feel like things may fall through. Something is coming here about recognizing that and seeing that, especially for those that have been dating for a while and you're like, what's happening here? Take a look at how things progress. If you notice any sort of mismatch or misalignment, but you still are wanting to continue the relationship, or you're allowing it to be continued and you're feeling like it's not, it shouldn't. I feel like overall in 2024, the growth is going to come from your values. When you are certain in your values, that's when you can fully invest in someone else. Some of you may feel like this energy is boring as F, because this earth energy is very stable, calm, but it's slower. So you may feel like your love life in 2024, you're like, it's the clock's ticking, you know, what's happening. Same thing for those in coupled relationships. You may feel like things are moving slow, but there's a lot of like realignment happening with values and matching that, and energies as well. So you got to recognize it first, because that's going to provide the roadmap, the compass from which to grow, from which to go and travel on, from which to move ahead. Because if you don't have that, it's like you're going and meandering aimlessly, and that's when some conflicts can occur. Because we got Strength card, 8 of Swords, and Gemini energy, Lovers, excuse me. There's some distortions that could occur, and we got 5 of Pentacles. So you're really being asked to dig deep and to think about any feelings that are coming up in your relationship that have been pinged to you. I'll extend this to any relationship, platonic or romantic, in the past, that you can overcome, because you want to invest in people that are also similar to you and that are investing in you. I heard value yourself and you'll get that back. Some of you need to put out the flames with certain people that you're with right now. Okay, let's move on to your family and friends outlook. We have 4 of Coins, More pentacle energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This energy is one of stability, of safety, of harnessing trust as well, physical trust. I feel like this has to do with time management too, learning how to balance perhaps competing relationships with friends and family in your life in 2024. Because I sense you want to create a greater level of trust and you want to invest in these relationships. But I also get that you don't want them to encroach, because there's an energy of making sure you have space, like independence, ability to roam, but you want to increase these and nurture these. So again, with this earth energy, it's telling me to go slowly, to do things almost one at a time and see how it works for you, to take a measure of, okay, I'll maybe extend this invitation or we'll set something up, and to invest in that way little by little, not go from 0 to 100 where you're like, okay, I haven't met this person or hung out with them in a while, we're gonna do it every week. There's something here about safeguarding trust and building trust as well. Some of you are going to be doing that with family and friends. There's an increased sense of trust, of connection happening in 2024, of nurturing this bond of safetyness. I keep getting emotional and physical safety with you guys. It's like you make a deposit and you're seeing your bank account grow, but with your family and friends. I feel like the energies here are intentional, quality ones. You're focusing and determining, these are the people that I want to invest my time and energy with. It's not just random people. It's not just I'm going to get together with a bunch of people. It's just like a picky, choosy energy, but not for that reason. It's because you want to do it in an authentic way that feels meaningful to you. There's a serious undertone to the Libra, to your reading, about making sure that the people you allow into your life are quality. That's the best way I can put it. They're quality people. They're not people that are going to waste your time, but they're also going to give back like you give to them. Reciprocity is key, because look what you got in the beginning for 2023 summary. Give and take is really important to you all, and you're not just allowing anyone in. You see how this condor has its wings wrapped around, like safeguarding this person with the coins? I feel like you're doing that with your energy. So you're not allowing anyone in. Some of you are being very selective with friends and family. It speaks to your time and your energy management. Anything else my Libras need to know, please, for their family and friends outlook? I feel a cautionary energy with your relationships, love, family, and friends. You're like, if we don't have the same values, if you're not willing to invest in the same way I do, we're out. That's what I'm getting. Some of you have been burned by people where you invested and you didn't get that back. King of Discs, more earth energy. This is King of Pentacles, King of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. You guys are willing to grow this, but you're not going to rush into it. In other words, you know how some relationships, this is for love too, but we see this also in friendship, family. Some people are just, they want a lot of your attention, your time. Some people love bomb you, especially in friendships. It doesn't have to be romantic either. You're wanting to move slow. This is about building trust. Some of you are building trust and reconnecting to people, and others of you want to foment a safe, nurturing environment first before you go all in. And that's what you're doing. You're strengthening the foundations of your connections, perhaps again with some folks, and also moving forward with people. You want strong bonds. For those of you that are strengthening this with friends and family that are already existing, that may mean simply being intentional with how you spend your time with them, reaching out to them more. It depends on your values. If you really value family and friends as first, you may want to make sure that you remember birthdays, reach out to them every week as a check-in, etc. you're willing to make an investment in the people that you care about, so long as it's reciprocal and it's not just a one-way street. Let's take a look at your spirituality outlook. We have the Queen of Coins. Crap. Not crap. I don't know why I said crap. More earth energy. Excuse me. Taurus. You guys are leveling up. 2024, if you haven't already, a greater, deeper realization of how valuable you are and how you're not going to allow just anyone into your bubble. There's a major up-leveling here with your spirituality. I feel like this is the year. If you haven't been consistent with your practice, if you've kind of been on and off, if you're feeling disconnected, 2024 is the year you're going to change that. There's a sense here of finding, okay, this is what I enjoy doing, this is what I want to do, this is what and how I'm going to fit it into my life, because with this energy, it's consistent, routine, it's slow and steady. It's not like a fire energy where you're like, okay, I can do this, come in and out, because I'm getting Knight of Wands energy. Some of you may have been inconsistent or not followed through, and with spirituality, with this energy, it's no, we're going for the gold here. We are going to really put forth the time and energy here and invest. A lot of investment in what you want to see benefits from, right? It's consistency, right? You put in what you want to see out of it. So like exercise, you stay consistent and you walk, you're going to feel better. Some people may drop some weight, but you'll feel better. You'll reap the results. It's that energy here too with your spirituality. The more you invest, the more you're going to get out of it. And I feel like you're going to get more out of it. Some of you may really designate a space in 2024 and time out in your schedule, or that may be your intention. You may want to carve out for meditation, for your spiritual practice, for nature, for taking time to take care of yourself. Define what self-care means to you and what it looks like, because it's multidimensional. So you may also look at your morning and evening routines, practices, anything that helps nurture this aspect of your life. I also feel like there's going to be greater investment here. Some of you may connect with a coach, a healer, it could be therapist too, whomever is going to help guide you. This could mean investing in resources, materials, material possessions, books, courses, learnings, anything to help you grow in this area. But this is an investment that you're making and you're willing to do. Spirituality is going to be important for many Libras here in 2024. What you invest in grows. I keep hearing that motto. Let's take a look at your first quarter, January, February, March. Wait, before we do, let me see if there's anything else. Anything else my Libras need to know about their spirituality. Thank you. A lot of Pentacles. You guys are learning to find wealth in other areas besides money, because I feel like money has been contentious for many Libras. Finances, outlook. And I feel like you're being diverted in 2024 towards growing wealth and redefining wealth in a new way. The more you take care of yourself, spirituality is part of it, the wealthier you're going to be. You got 10 of Pentacles, which is why I said that. You're growing something with your spirituality, long-term, consistent. You're putting in the work. Some of you are going to be joining groups. We'll call them like spiritual accountability support groups where you can mingle with other people, like-minded souls, maybe yoga, maybe some type of course, maybe a community or a platform of sorts. I feel like it's going to help you strengthen your own spiritual ties, but I also feel like it's going to allow you to nurture connections. This also speaks to your spiritual team. Many of you are going to expand that, connect with others in your spiritual team. These could be ascended masters, angels, spirit animals, guides, other guides, ancestors. They're coming in to help you. Many of them are helping you heal wounds, dealing with finances, money. It's your stability. It's your physical and emotional security and safety. Some of you, there's a relationship here with your money, spirituality, and transcending the material and finding safety in something higher than you and not in what you have. You're learning to value yourself outside of what you have and any titles, degrees, and those earthly things that you can accumulate here. This is amazing. It's huge as spiritual connotation here for 2024. Big growth, big stabilization. I feel like that's going to positively impact your finances as a result. You know, when you surrender, and it's akin to like to praying and to doing what you can, but you're not exhausting yourself. You're redefining, again, I keep getting a redefinition of wealth and finding that through other things besides money itself. Okay, let's take a look at your first quarter. January, February, March. 9 of Coins, more Pentacle, Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You guys are literally getting down to earth in 2024. And 9 of Coins is about seeing your blessings come to fruition. Some of you have been working hard at this in 2023, and I feel like the first 3 months you are going to be dedicated and working away towards things that matter to you. Could be investing in people too, but I get this more with, it could be where you put your energy, career, volunteer, schooling, and you're going to see these seeds sprout, grow pretty quickly. You know, when you're doing something and you generally want to do it, that's the energy of alignment. There's an overall general energy of growth in the first quarter of 2024. A lot of blessings here. Stabilization. Has to do with your core values again. Your wealth mindset, how you feel wealthy and what makes you feel wealthy, and how you define it, it's related to your core values. What else do my Libras need to know, please, for the first quarter? What else do my Libras need to know for the first quarter? Thank you. Four of Swords, Air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Be careful of stressing yourself out or taking on too much stress. Be careful of, this was similar energy to who? Maybe it was Pisces. They got 7 of Cups. Be careful of overthinking things. This is where I feel like some self-sabotage could come through. When you feel like things are looking good, things are coming in, you're like, wow, I'm so grateful. Opportunities, finances could be looking up here, as I sense here. And then I feel like you question it and you overthink it. And it's almost like, well, when's it gonna go? Gratitude is coming through here. Appreciate what you have and focus on that. Don't focus on what you don't. Because this goes back to, with your money, about the mindset around 10 of Swords. Some of you automatically ruminate, think about things that haven't happened, or you connect to things that have, and your mind goes there. So there's an energy in quarter one. This is something to be aware, to catch yourself. Because I feel like it's unconscious, it's unintentional, like a form of limitation or sabotage. So when you're sensing like things are too good to be true, flip that and acknowledge all of the amazing things that are happening and keep focusing on that. Because when we focus intently on what we don't want, it's amazing how it happens. So there's, again, something here about not ruminating over that. Anything else my Libras need to know, please, for quarter one? Some of you, rest is going to be important. Some of you, I feel, are putting your energy on building, on creating, on getting, and you're going to be busier. So rest is important, because I feel like when you don't get enough sleep, that's when you overthink. That's when you get in your head. You know, it's kind of like when you're grouchy. Everything else seems grouchy. You look through those glasses of grouchiness. It's kind of like that. Anything else my Libras need to know, please, for quarter one? So rest, like I mentioned, rest, self-care. I highly suggest January. There's no rush for this. people rush to get everything like done by January 1st, but the energies don't support it really. I'll just tell you why. Because of the season we're in with Capricorn. It's about getting clear though with what you do want, and take some time to reflect on your values and what's important, how you define self-care and what it looks like for you. I suggest picking one thing, like how you can take care of your body. One thing, especially if you're starting with goals. A lot of people are like, I'm going to do this and this and this, and that's just with one area of life. And I'm like, shit. Start small, because you got a lot of earth energy, which means ritualizing, habitizing, creating habits, in other words. Creating habits, creating a strong ass foundation in 2024 is going to be key for you. You've got so much earth energy. Many of you want that solid, firm foundation that you can trust, that remains unbreakable. So if anything happens outside of you, at your core, you're still emotionally and physically strong. So this is about taking care of your body, your physical body, but also your mental, emotional body, and spiritually. A lot of things that may not seem important, but they're going to have a very positive effect on your finances. Ten of Swords again. You got that for finances. Now for the first quarter. I feel like this pattern that I mentioned wants to be put to death. I feel like something is going to end, a way of being. It could be from your lineage. Ever since Mercury went retrograde, and even before, I'm just like, blah. So forgive me if I'm like doing that. There's something here from your lineage that is calling to be healed in quarter one. And I mentioned it. I feel like when things go happy for you, when things go right, when things start happening in a positive way, some of you say, when's this going to end? Is this really happening? It's like self-sabotage. So catch yourself in the mindset, because it wants to end. It's guiding you to switch your mindset, because I feel like if you don't, it'll affect the rest of your year. So I suggest catching yourself. Journaling is a great way, but taking a look at your money, it relates to your money again, about working through the money consciousness, because this is all related and it has to do with your value, your worth. Let's take a look at the second quarter. We have 6 of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. We got success here. Many of you are going to be making progress, big progress here, and finding and seeing success in your area of life. I feel like you're pushing forward. You know, with fire, I'm getting fire here. When you burn a piece of paper, it naturally turns into ashes, but it's transformed. That energy now becomes earth. You can put the ashes, outside in the earth, or some people throw it away. But I'm seeing something accomplished here. And the earth, what I just told you, metaphorically represented that, because it's extinguished, it's done. You can move on. So I feel there's major progress and accomplishment happening with the second quarter, April, May, June. That's when Aries season kicks off. So many folks feel a rejuvenation, a spark. We see more light because of the equinox. And this is also symbolic. We also feel more of a pep in our step, right? And Aries is a fire energy as well. So I feel like many of you are going to feel renewed, rejuvenated, and ready to go. Almost like putting into practice what you've learned in quarter one. What else do my Libras need to know, please, for quarter two? Okay, thank you. We got the Star card, Aquarius energy. Healing, dreaming, manifesting, looking ahead. Many of you are looking ahead. I mentioned this earlier, I think with finances. Some of you, this is tied to relationships, which may be ending. I feel like many of you already know about it. It's not something new, but it officially may end in the first quarter. There's a sense here of looking ahead, not the past anymore. This is very much forward energy. You're wanting to make progress in a new way. You're wanting to elevate. Many of you are tapping in to your dreams, to visions that haven't yet come alive, that haven't been born yet, and you're wanting to seek those out. You're wanting to follow that. There's a beautiful healing energy though, going ahead, no longer looking back or being stuck. Any final messages for my Libras? I sense, you know, when you're decisive about something and you just go, that's what I sense. Okay. Ooh, we got a few. Final messages for quarter two. We got the Nine of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, Seven of Pentacles. Wait, you got Seven of Coins. You got that for your love life. different card, different deck, I should say. Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Page of Cups, water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Quarter two could bring in a relationship for some of you, or some type of opportunity that you're looking to see if there's any potential in growth. I do feel like there is. I feel like this investment is going to bring fulfillment for you. I feel like it's going to, if it's a relationship, I feel like this is a different type of relationship you've ever experienced. That's why I sense a little bit of hesitancy with this. It's almost like peering out and you're like, wait a minute, what? Because I'm getting the metaphor of, if you can sum up a relationship in an image, it's like seeing something you've never seen before. So for some of you in a relationship, it could be something very different, but I feel like it's going to grow. And it could just be the beginning. It could come in the form of a friendship. Usually with the Page of Cups, I get more of, I like you, I want to get to know you kind of vibe, or it could be a friendship first. And it has a big potential to grow. For those of you, you know, it's not love, it's going to be a strong friendship potential, a bond growing here in quarter two. And in general, I see for those, because I'm getting a bunch of different things, non-relationship. If there's an opportunity coming to you and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure if I want to do this, there's going to be dividends. It's going to grow. And I feel like you're going to enjoy it. You're going to want to nurture it. This ties in again to career possibly for some, and finances. Let's move on to quarter three. Five of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So there's a release of emotions here. And the third quarter is July, August, September. Summer, winter months. I'm getting some of you may experience disappointments with relationships in general, which has been a theme for so many folks, in particular Libras. This is a reminder again too, don't overgive more than what you're receiving, especially in the beginning, especially if it concerns love. I feel like this is why there's a preponderance of earth energy. You're being guided to be patient, to move slowly, to create and build with intention, but also make sure it's solid before you go to the next step. And that's literally, but also metaphorically, in relationships in particular. You want to build solid foundations before moving things up to the next level, not going from A to Z, right? I feel like there's some disappointments that could come through because of this. Let's get some more info. Can you clarify the Five of... Thank you. It popped out before I could even say it. More Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Remember you got the Four of Pentacles. Where did you get it? It was with the Condor. You got the Four of Pentacles with your family and friends. And now you're getting it here, clarifying the Five of Cups for quarter three. Sometimes it could be related. I've seen several repeaters. There could be some type of relationship that disappoints you, some connection or something that you discover in quarter three that makes you rethink your values Also makes you rethink what you're investing in or who you're investing in. It could have to do with family or friends. Anything else about the situation my Libras need to know? Six of Pentacles. You guys have I keep saying it, a lot of earth energy here. This is about giving and receiving. Some of you are going to walk away, and ultimately, even if it's your decision, there's always disappointment when you realize that something or someone, like a relationship, is not working out. And you're like, no, I'm putting in way too much work, like a project or a collaboration with someone. And you're seeing other people or another person, they're not doing their fair share. Same thing with the relationship. Something with values may be misaligned, but I also feel like you're realizing in the third quarter, no. It's a reminder here, pop quiz energy about reciprocity. Keep that in mind with your relationships. It's not being paranoid where you're always looking at someone with a side eye, waiting for the ball to drop. Because remember, that's something that I picked up. When something goes good for you, appreciate it and honor that, right? Enjoy it. But tap into your intuition and make sure that actions follow through with words. Be open and communicate as well. So I feel like in the third quarter, some more of this is being highlighted for you. And it could be, folks, more energies, but also decisions that don't align to you that you're releasing. Strong focus for Libras in 2024. Equal give and take is important. It's been highlighted throughout everything. And it's being highlighted again in the third quarter. Okay, let's go to the final quarter of the year. October, November, December. Six of Cups. This is nostalgia, remembering, but this is also connecting to folks from the past that are going to bring something positive in. This isn't just connecting to people and they're shitty. This is a beautiful energy. It's inner child too, so you may connect with someone from your childhood, someone that brings out the inner child in you, and you both feel like little kids. There's that playful excitement. Also speaks to connecting to past life folks. When you realize what you're not willing to entertain anymore, right? In the third quarter, you're going to make space for what you do want to entertain. And some of you are going to be clearing that out throughout the year, because I can tell you right now, I can tell people, I've done it before, and that's when I'm like, shit, Christine, I have to release control, especially with some friends. We always see things that other people don't. Likewise, other people may see things about you that you don't see for yourself, like certain energies you're entertaining or habits or things you're doing. It won't matter how much they hammer that into you, like, hey, I think that person you're dating is bad news. If you have your rose-colored glasses on, if your mind is set a certain way about anything, you're not going to see it until you experience it for yourself. And some of you are going to do that. You're going to need to learn and see for yourself in order to become aware. And it's not good or bad. That's the thing. It sucks. But it makes us realize, oh, crap, I didn't see this, but now I do, and now I'm aware of this. So this is all level of awareness, you guys. This is the best way, because each time we respond differently to a situation, that means we've learned that lesson, we're growing, and we're going on to the next level. I think something that's like a false narrative people want to see in tarot is just 100% blessings, and we know life is not like that. And the point is, it doesn't mean that you can't have a positive outlook. It doesn't mean good things aren't coming and you can't appreciate them. You should. But it also means we're here to learn. And as humans, we tend to typify. We tend to categorize things as good or bad, as evil. And because of the emotions involved, yeah, certain things suck. They're just shitty, right? It just sucks, and it's important we feel and we process that. So I'm not saying bypass it. No, go through it and process it. But a lot of times in retrospect, after situations have passed, I'm not talking about 24 hours, maybe a few weeks or months, it depends too on the situation. We gain so much strength that we didn't have before. It helps us become stronger. It helps us learn different things about ourselves. We learn not to tolerate shitty things again. So in that vein, I feel like you guys are up-leveling. This is up-leveling energy. You're learning things and releasing things and responding differently. So I say that so to encourage folks to look at things in a different way. Doesn't mean you can't process what you're feeling. Because Q4, I feel like many of you are going to connect to someone. There's several things happening. Some of you are just going to reflect. This is a year of reflecting, October, November, December in 2024, where you're going to look back and realize all the good things that have happened, things that have nurtured you, connections that you've made, and just memories in general. But I also feel like this is healing and connecting to your inner child. This is a theme that's coming through, that's connected to relationships and some self-limiting beliefs and patterns in relationships that are coming up for Libras. I think I just repeated that, you guys, I'm sorry. But I also feel like many of you are connecting to like-minded, kindred souls, soulmates, platonic and romantic here. Strong connection with the Six of Cups. And it's both types of relationships. It's just, I feel strongly, some of you, I feel, are going to find love through people you meet, and it's going to develop slowly. You can become friends, you may hang out. Because of the preponderance of cups, many of you, it could be people that has to do with some type of creative work, professional setting. Maybe you meet a person, they work in another department, you met them at a networking event or in a course, something like that. What else can you tell my Libras about the final quarter with the Six of Cups? Thank you. We have Justice card in reverse. Libra energy. And we got Judgment in the beginning. I feel like you're going to be hesitant to open up to this. Especially in reverse. Interesting, we got 11. I feel a hesitation of being very guarded. Because I can tell you energetically, the heart chakra is a focal point for you all in 2024. Healing, working on compassion, empathy, forgiveness, healing the heart, and working on love of yourself especially. Some of you are going to be suspicious of this. And I feel, again, it has to do with the healing. It has to do with, this seems way too good to be true. That's why I feel like all the pentacle energy you have is really reminding you to go slow and steady, to stabilize yourself each step of the way. If you're feeling overwhelmed at any point, press the pause button, kind of like on a movie. Pause, regroup, connect with yourself. It's going to be important. Don't make rash decisions. Don't go in your head overthinking. Don't speculate. Communication is going to be important. Anything final that my Libras need to know, please, for this final quarter. Thank you. I pull from different decks. We've got 2 of Wands and 8 of Discs. So Aries, Leo, Sag, and then more Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. There's going to be a decision here that you'll have to make about whether you want to go forward in this and build and invest. And I suggest it has to do with your intuition here. But this is also reminding you to build slow and steady. This is the hesitancy that I feel, especially if it concerns, it's an opportunity of exchange. So it's, for many folks, it's going to be some type of relationship that's going to either come in or it's going to have evolved at this point. I don't get anything negative from this situation at all. I feel like it's more coming from within you. A pattern of, people have let me down before. Is this going to be another one? And that's why there's so much emphasis on healing these self-limiting beliefs and these patterns. And again, I've said this to a few other folks because relationships are key with so many signs. Take a look at all your relationships and look at any repeating patterns, especially those that have ended, platonic and romantic. See what themes have come up. How did they end? What were some of the most significant challenges you faced? What about the highlights? And anything else you want. And take a marker, a crayon, a highlighter of sorts and just highlight, you know, the challenges, you're going to see themes popping up because a lot of them ping to us. Ooh, I needed a boundary. I felt that red flag, but I still doubted it or ignored my intuition, or, ooh, this person was a taker, or whatever. You're going to see certain positive, negative things, right? And that's going to only, I say that because that gives you information. That's it. Use it for feedback. And that could also help you to release any feelings you have if you feel anything as you go through them. Because sometimes we catch ourselves and don't realize, ooh, I'm still holding on and harboring some resentment towards this person or guilt or whatever. And I recommend writing letters. You may have a list, writing letters and getting everything out, and then having a big bonfire. Be safe there. I always use cooking pans when I do fires, but you can light it up or tear it up, and having some sort of ritual, because I feel like these beliefs, these patterns are repeating themselves and have hampered your relationships. And it's when you recognize your value, your worth, things are going to change. But I see something positive here. Let's see the biggest obstacle my Libras will face in 2024. The star. You got this the third time. Aquarius energy. Healing. Moving forward. So Aquarius ruled by Saturn, traditionally. Some modern say Uranus. So Aquarius has this ability to remember the past and to appreciate it, right? But there's also that, okay, I acknowledge the good that it has, what it brought me, what I've learned. There's a high level of respect, but there's also an ability of saying, you know what? We need to make some progress in this area so that we can continue growing spiritually. And this is what I'm feeling here. So I feel like for some of my Libras, some of the biggest obstacles you'll face, or the biggest obstacle you'll face, is staying stuck in the past and ruminating, perhaps in a nostalgic way, of the good times. Realizing that what's ended has ended for whatever reason, and that you're being asked to move forward, because the Aquarius, as much as it is about healing, it's also about moving forward. It's about dreaming and manifesting something big. The dreams that you feel are not going to happen, that's what the universe is saying, focus on. Don't focus on the past. We look to the past only to inform us, you know, in the present situation and in the future, so we can learn from it. To remember as well, but not to get stuck. So be careful of ruminating, of getting stuck, of replaying things over and over, especially where people have hurt you. The best way to overcome this is going to be we've got Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, some of you need to pay close attention to the energies of others, because I feel like there's a mismatch of energy. You're being guided to shut the door on energies you've entertained. People that have been inconsistent in your life, people that have shown you different things and you're like, what's going on? It's like a different mask falls off, or anything that just feels unstable. Hence the Pentacle energy, the Earth energy you got. Some of you have connected with people and even situations that seemed, it was like sparks. That's the best way to explain it. You know, when there's a lot of sparks, fireworks, and it could be a situation, an opportunity, especially in relationships, and then it just dies down and there's like nothing at the core. It's because there was nothing established from the beginning. It's like when you jump into a situation way too soon, relationship or not relationship, and then you realize, shit, the flames have been extinguished. There was nothing really there other than that ephemeral, short-lived passion or zest or chemistry. The best way to tackle this is going to be to negate that. So if you're feeling a certain something with someone, or like an opportunity, you're gonna have to feel into this and trust your intuition, and also monitor how it is practically. If someone is promising you $1 million in 6 weeks, if you join ventures with them, for example, and you have to contribute a large amount of money, trust your intuition there, especially if you don't know the person. This is what this card is asking you, this type of energy. Same thing with dating. You get someone who's hot and heavy in the beginning, seems interested, pursues, but then you start seeing signs that this person is not backing up or staying true to their word, friendship or romantic. Pay attention to that, because you're being asked to not engage with the same types of energies that you've been before or that you've experienced, because there's something here that has to switch and change for you to overcome this. Some of you may be or may have been romanticizing people in the past. It could be romantic or platonic. You put them, you know, on an ideal platform, like a pedestal, and you only see the good instead of looking at them for how they really are. And I think when you've realized how they really are, as we saw in quarter 3 with these energies, because you got 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and 5 of Cups. Disappointment. You start seeing that not everything always comes out the way you want. Sometimes we envision people or see people a certain way, and we don't realize that we may have projected on them, or we weren't seeing the full totality of that person or that situation. So this may be uncomfortable for Libras, because you're doing something new and something different to get a different outcome. So this is where you have to trust yourself, and also, again, look out into the real world and make sure, okay, am I seeing things progress in a good, positive way? Are people doing what they said they will? Is this opportunity evolving like it is? Or are people giving me the runaround? Or am I sensing inconsistency? Because that's going to clue you in right away on whether or not you should entertain that or leave that. Some of you have just simply been entertaining things that some people around you have gotten used to that and have abused that relationship. It's like leaving the gate open to your home where people can come in and out, take food, take shelter, take water, whatever they want. And you're being asked to be very discerning in 2024. Let's get your overview of the year ahead. Got Page of Coins, more Earth. This is your first step towards stabilization. In 2024, it's gonna be all about not just balancing with this earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is about investing in yourself, investing in what feels good for you, what aligns to you. Core values is going to be big. If some of you don't even know what your core values are, I highly suggest figuring out what matters to you in this season of your life right now. What's important to you, what makes you feel good, what you enjoy doing. And then you can Google easily, this is accessible, core values, terms, words, or list, and you'll get a bunch, and you'll start to see themes. That's why I ask those questions, because if you value connecting with people, going out, conversations, family, well, you have a common theme there. It could be family, connections, community that you value, right? So that's why these journal prompts, and there's many more that are accessible and free on Pinterest, Google, that'll help you denote your core values. I suggest bringing them down or reducing them to 10 and then 3 to 5 that you can really practice and focus on, because that's going to be important. The universe is really guiding you to build solid, strong, trustworthy foundations in all areas of your life. And it starts with investing in yourself first, and before that, knowing your worth. I feel like 2024 is going to be the year your price tag goes up big time. There's going to be some people that are like, what's going on? What else do my Libras need to know for their soul path and their soul journey? I'm tapping into Oracle now. Okay. We got the 6th house. Key terms: craft, work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, method. I'll say for Libras, right now, if you're Libra rising, and it'll be different if you're a Libra sun or moon. So look at your rising sign. You have Saturn and Neptune in your 6th house. So that's being highlighted. And I mentioned some of these key themes about taking care of yourself. Again, work, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, organization, purification, apprenticeship. Page of Coins is similar to apprenticeship. You're starting at the beginning and reinforcing every area of your life. You're building a solid foundation. No more shortcuts. Everything. If you've been entertaining wishy-washy friends, it's like, okay, I'm going to the library, I'm going to get a book on boundaries, I'm connecting to a coach or therapist, a healer. We're getting down to the root of this. If you've been repeating patterns, same. Money consciousness, same. Maybe your eating is out of whack and you're like, you know what, I want a healthy relationship with food. It's happening in 2024. This is what I'm talking about. 6 is a repeating number too for you guys. You got it several times. It speaks of balance, nurturance, purification, service. Many of you are going to realize you got to service your own engine before you service other people. So you got to take care of yourself 100%. That's why I think that the spirituality, look at this. Look at the pentacles and the energy here. It's huge, a huge investment here. It's as if each area of your life, you're putting in higher amounts of money. That's how you can translate it in that way. The more you invest in these areas, the greater the dividends you'll receive. What other messages do my Libras need to be aware of for their soul path? Got 2 cards here. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Energetic movement, lifestyle movement, it could be physical movement for some. Change. There's going to be, I feel, massive changes with your belief systems and your mindsets and your values, which ultimately is going to change the way you do things. And like I mentioned, the way to overcome this obstacle, I won't go through it, but that's a major, major change for many folks. You also got blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Another card dealing with well-being. You got it twice, well-being. I feel like Libras, you're taking accountability for yourself in 2024 and you're cleaning up areas of your life where you're like, no, I want to see something better. I know I can do better in this area. And I feel a concerted effort. I feel a fire here, an intention here. Many of you, it's going to be taking care of health, well-being, wellness, self-care. And you may not realize the connection it has to the other areas of your life, but it's going to have a profound and positive connection to your financial area, to your relationships, to your career. It's the energy we put out. What else do my Libras need to know, please, and be aware of? Okay. You got Judgment. Remember your first card? Summary of 2023. This is a tarot card. We have an oracle card. Look at this. It reminds me of the devil card in some tarot, and we have the moth on top. Judgment. This is another confirmation. I won't repeat everything, but I feel like a lot of the relationships you have encountered in 2023 and into 2024, there's a realization that they are mirroring to you a lot of things that you may need to heal and also set boundaries with. I want to be clear too, just because you encounter shitty people after shitty people, it really has to do with what you're allowing and why you're allowing people in your bubble in the first place, right? If you're encountering flaky ass people, ask yourself, what do I need here so that they don't come in here? Boundaries, that's it. That will change immediately the type of people you entertain, because the more energy you give something, it grows. Judgment, again, I can't believe it came up. What else do my Libras need to be aware of for their soul journey, please, in 2024? What else do my Libras need to be aware of? We got Brother Raccoon, number 4. This has to do with foundation, a safe place for you to go. I already talked at length about this. Emotional, physical safety are going to be key. The way you do that is by investing in yourself, taking care of yourself, pouring into yourself, making sure that you feel good, That's why all the elements I've mentioned, especially with self-care, well-being, wellness, daily rituals, is going to be important for you. Spirituality is going to be key to this. Let's take a look at how you can best nurture and engage in self-care in 2024. How can my Libras best take care of themselves in 2024? Okay, you got one card here. We got 23, which reduces to a 5 family. Connecting to like-minded people, blood or non-blood. Investing time in people that care about you. I'll even say it extends to animals too. Living creatures. Maybe that's why. Did I say creatures with you guys earlier? Family is going to be something that I feel many want to invest and build in. Okay, as we're wrapping this up, let's take a look at your spirit animals. What messages do the spirit animals have for my Libras for 2024? Thank you. Okay, you got 3 cards. We have Lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. This is the feeling. I felt heaviness with Libras, especially with people. Some of you felt like you've just been turning the page on yourself over and over. Many of you, people may have called you resilient, bouncing back easily. I feel like by the end of 2024, you're going to feel and be a completely new person. Your next animal spirit message is from the elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Another card of strength here. These are reminders, Libras, if you've experienced major challenges in 2023, it was not for just any reason. There's something bigger out in this world for you that you're being prepared for and being led to. We have finally your 3rd spirit animal, swan, which is grace, or the key word here. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Total Venusian energy here. A lot of themes around transformation. Wisdom. Many of you hold so much of this. I feel like you're going to get ready to share this with someone. Oh, wait. Do you see this? This is the card. There's one that's flipped over. I'm glad I caught it. You have another card that's flipped over. Unicorn. Infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Another thing about beauty and transformation. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. You know, I did this for Pisces. You two have been the only signs that have mentioned or brought up something about unicorns. So I am going to pull the unicorn oracle for you guys as well. Okay, we're gonna pull it. Let me do a quick shuffle. If any of you have major placements in Pisces, interesting. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Venus, its natural domiciles are in Taurus and in Libra. So some of you may have strong connections to Pisces, Libra. And Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, which is the modern day ruler of Pisces. Traditional is Jupiter. What messages do the unicorns have for my Libras? What do they need to know for 2024? Okay. We got one. Thank you. Okay, we got 38, which reduces to an 11. Unicorn portal. Focus your light. Listen for a message. I'll show it to you here. Some of you in 2023, if you felt like there's been a clearing away of energies and you're like, whoa, what happened to the people? There's like no one around me. I feel like it's because you're being asked to connect to yourself in a higher level, a different way, and to get really clear on what it is you want, because it has to do with your value again. There's something opening up for you. A really beautiful energy with the unicorns. Okay, let's get an additional message from the archangels, and then we'll get a final message from Archangel Michael. What messages or message do the archangels have for my Libras? What do they need to know for 2024? Okay, we've got two. Archangel Bokpi. It is time to fly. Listen to your intuition. And there's birds here and a peacock feather here. You're going to be receiving messages. You're going to know because you'll understand the message and you'll get it when it's time to go. You're being guided to take action in the directions of your dreams, of what you want. And that's why I feel like there's been a lot of energy of letting go, of cleaning up, perhaps disappointment, because the universe is trying to clean up your energy and move people away and things. You know, like when we're dusting or sweeping, we as humans, because we're above and seeing the floor, we can see the dust balls and we're like, okay, sometimes we'll find things in a dustpan and we're like, ooh, this doesn't have to be thrown away. Maybe it's a jewelry or whatever. Sometimes though, with our own life, we don't see it, but the universe acts that way because they see things in the same way. They're like, oh, that's a dust ball. We're clearing that off for you. I'm feeling this strongly. There's energies that are clearing out from you so that you have that levity, that lightness to fly. In other words, to move forward. Because some things you have to resolve. In other words, let go of, deal with, and put to an end. Some of you may want to connect to this archangel for assistance. Some of you are seeing animals or connect to birds. Birds are connected to Libras. I see hummingbirds, doves, peacock. I don't know these other three. This one and these two. I don't know what they are, but some of you may. Your second card, Archangel Shamuel. Some people say Shamuel. I don't. Open your heart to give and receive love. Your essence is love. Strong preponderance of love too. Some of you are, again, the more you focus on loving yourself and feeling really good within you, that's why the spirituality is strong for you guys in 2024. It's going to emanate from you like it does with this archangel. He is the archangel that helps around love, romantic love, partnership, all types of love too, finding any lost items, healing the heart chakra as well. He and Archangel Raphael are very good for the heart chakra. Let's get a final message from Archangel Michael. Final message for my Libras, please. What do my Libras need to know or hear for 2024? Okay, we got one flipped. Okay, we got one from Archangel Michael. We have a 10, another 10. Again, it could be prominent. Some of you are being asked to shut doors, to end things. Don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. More butterflies here. Some of you butterflies, we had butterflies here with the unicorn. You connect with them. Another signifier of change and transformation here with the butterflies. You are, because we had an eclipse in Libra at 14 degrees, excuse me, October 14th. I think it was 21 degrees, 20 or 21 degrees of Libra, October 14th. So if you have any major aspects there, planets, I should say, placements, it'll depend on which ones, but that's an overall transformation generally with eclipse energy. This taps into your worth, you guys, completely. I feel like a lot is being cleared and has been cleared in your life because you're being asked not to settle for that. Again, kind of like the dust ball broom example I gave, the universe, divine, God, whatever you want to call it, sees things that we don't, and they can zoom in like hawks on dust balls around us. We don't always understand sometimes why people leave, why situations end. We don't understand some things until much later. Many of you have dreams that you want to accomplish. You got that for the overview of the year ahead with the star card with Aquarius energy. It's time to really connect to everything that you want to dream of and bring into fruition. I totally recommend vision boards. I love them. They're visual. It's exciting. Just go to Pinterest or Google or images or your own photography and pick images that incite and that bring up emotions in areas of your life. I would suggest writing down your goals and clarifying them, and then finding pictures. And you can create a digital board or print them out, and because it's going to shift your energy and you're going to have something to focus on. Some of you have, I feel like some of these energies and situations have been like door stoppers to your dreams. They've interfered. You're being asked to reach higher, to not settle, know your worth. My Libras, I hope this reading has helped. A lot of synchronicities here. Comment down below, let me know what's going on. Please feel free to revisit, throughout the year. In 2024, if you'd like and update me, I always love hearing about how everyone is doing. I would truly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button, as this truly helps my channel. If you found any value in this and you resonated or got something out of this. Otherwise, I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of 2023. I'm wishing you nothing but amazing opportunities, healing, love, connections, blessings, abundance, unicorn energy. Go for the gold. Go for your dreams. Wish you nothing but success. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon.